Hi there. On weekends, we do reruns so that yours truly can take a couple days off. Look for a fresh new episode on Monday. Meanwhile, please enjoy this episode for this day from a previous year. I thank you so much for your indulgence and loyalty, and have a great weekend. Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for August 25th. August 25th is the 237th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 238th in leap years, with 128 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is ostentatious or ostentatious. Ostentatious is an adjective that means showy, pretentious, given to outward display, seeking to attract attention, admiration, or envy, often by gaudiness or obviousness, overly elaborate or conspicuous. You could think of the word ostentatious as a fancy word for show off. The word ostentatious comes to us from a Latin word that means display. First known use of the word ostentatious is in 1590, ostentatious. The word ostentatious was requested by one of my viewers, and if you have a word you'd like us to explore in the Word of the Day section, drop it in the comments for me. We'll take a look at it. And with that, this is the birthday of the Russian ruler known as Ivan the Terrible, born August 25th, 1530. He actually succeeded his father in that position when his father, Ivan III, died. Ivan IV, not quite terrible yet, was only 3 years old when his father died, but his father had specified that he wanted young Ivan to succeed him. He was proclaimed Grand Prince of Moscow then at the age of 3, and his mother acted as regent until she died when little Ivan was 8 years old. From there, the regency shifted between several competing families known as boyars, which were a class of feudal nobility. Unfortunately, in all their jostling for control, young Ivan and his younger brother were neglected, but at least they weren't assassinated. Ivan was crowned Tsar of Russia at the age of 16. He introduced reforms and modernization to Russia and enacted some laws and actions against boyars as they continued to act in ways that further irritated him. Ivan held that position of Tsar until his death in 1584 at the age of 53. Now, in current times, the word terrible typically means extremely or distressingly bad or serious, or causing or likely to cause terror, sinister, and I think Ivan the Terrible could certainly have been thought of in all of those ways, but I think what they really meant by terrible was as in inspiring fear or terror, dangerous and powerful. He was also known as Ivan the Formidable or Ivan the Fearsome. He was described as intelligent and devout, but he also exhibited episodes of paranoia, rage, and outbreaks of mental instability. For example, in a fit of rage, Ivan the Terrible murdered his eldest son and that son's son. This left Ivan's younger son, Fyodor, as heir to the throne. Unfortunately, Fyodor was not really good ruler material. He wasn't interested in politics or civics or anything like that, so the bloodline basically ended when Ivan the Terrible died of a stroke at the age of 53. And now we're going to time hop from the 1500s to 1981 when Voyager 2 made its closest approach to Saturn on August 25, 1981. 8 years later, on August 25, 1989, Voyager 2 made its closest approach to Neptune, which was the last planet in the solar system at the time, since Pluto's orbit had gone within Neptune's orbit from 1979 to 1999. Now, I'll leave a link in case you want to see what else I might have talked about in a previous episode for August 25th. And today's song is Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams. Written by Adams, Michael Kamen, and Robert John Lang, this is a power ballad that was featured as the lead single on the soundtrack album from the 1991 movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, as well as Bryan Adams' sixth studio album called Waking Up the Neighbors, also from 1991. It hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on July 27th of 1991 and held that spot for 7 weeks, which is where we find it on August 25th. In addition, the song peaked at number 1 on over 20 charts around the world and has been covered by an artist called Brandy. That one was issued in late 1999. Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. And you can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Oh, get your microphone. Okay. Phone over there. Hello. Okay. With 202 days remaining to the end of the world. End of the year. Please, not the end of the world. 202 days remaining to the end of the year. Let's read that one again. Maybe I should ask Google how to pronounce that.
How do you go about pronouncing his name? Paulo Coelho.
Coelho.
Paulo Coelho. Pretty straightforward once you know. Paulo Coelho.
Google is so smart. Yep, it is. That's what it's called. All right. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. You know what? Maybe we can leave that one off. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. I don't know. Can I get this edited? Let's find out. Alrighty. Back to work. I think we got it this time.